Hey Health Club! So today I'm just going to take a little bit of time to break down the 21 Day Fix kit that you ordered. Maybe you've gotten in the mail or maybe you're still waiting for it, but either way I'm just going to go ahead and start breaking this down because this is a major component into how I run this detox. I love this program. It totally changed my approach to my health when I did it. And as soon as I learned about it, I was like, oh my freaking God, I am totally going to use this product to implement it into my coaching style because I like to run detoxes in a group setting. Because the support from one another helps us get through it, right? So anyway, with that, so when you get your kit in the mail, it is going to come with a bunch of stuff, right? So a lot of it's just going to be advertisements and some fluff that's pretty obvious. You can just go ahead and set those aside. And then there's this thing. This is called the 3-Day Quick Fix. Quick Fix. This is not what we're doing right now. You can go ahead and look it over, but all you really need to know is that Autumn Calabrese, the trainer for this program, is a professional bikini model or something, and this is her, I need to look good in a bikini in 0 days. Meal plan, and it basically consists of eating nothing but fish and broccoli, and that's just not what we're doing right now. So if it interests you, go ahead and look it over. You can do it when the detox is over, but that is not what we're doing together on this program. And there's also going to be a Shakeology menu. Bada bing, bada boom, check it out. Honestly, I just drink my Shakeology every night or every morning just with water and ice, maybe sometimes a little almond milk. I totally think that I just like the chocolate flavor. But there's, if you have a banana or some peanut butter or, a big scoop of blackberries or something, add it to it. It tastes really, really good. So, and if you come up with any awesome Shakeology recipes, share them with us. Oh my God. Got to keep our taste buds happy. So first and foremost, I'm going to address the fitness component of this detox. And first of all, what does fitness have to do with detoxing? Everything, because it has everything to do with your lymphatic system. And I will get into this and educate you the best that I can on your lymphatic system and get you to know it better. So that way, when this is over, you're going to want to work out anyway. And not just because you're on a detox with the rest of us. But with that, boom, meet Autumn Calabrese. Check out that bod. Woo. I kind of poke fun at Beachbody's marketing a lot, but that's just because, I'm an asshole and I just want to be like Jane Fonda from the 80s, and I just want a little leotard and a headband, maybe a little belt and some leg warmers and and this just, the fake tan thing just kind of isn't my style. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's something that I probably need to stop making fun of so much. But with that, Autumn Calabrese is a badass. I have learned her personal story. She created this program. Beachbody didn't. They bought it from her. She's been working as a personal trainer for a long time and came up with this program, and it's amazing. But yeah, I learned her personal story. She's an entrepreneur. She's a mother, and she's an all-around badass. And yeah, nice bod, lady. And she works her ass off for it, so kudos. But with that, all you really need to know is that this DVD that you got, there's 2 DVDs. And for every day of the week, you're going to be working out. You're working out every single day of the week for this next 21 days when this kit's going. It's a non-negotiable. This is what you signed up for. And you're going to do them in order. So Monday is total body cardio fix, Tuesday upper fix, Wednesday lower fix, and you do them in order. Now, this is important because there's going to be some workouts that you will tolerate better than others. You might be like, upper fix, I'm cool with that. Dirty 30, I'm not into it. It doesn't matter. You do all of them. And the reason why you do all of them is because this program is so intelligently designed to target every single muscle in your body. There is active recovery days, and it's totally doable. Do it the way it tells you to do it because it works. There's also a 10-minute fix for abs. This is just like a little 10-minute ab blaster workout, and it's great. It really is just, I don't know, I totally fell in love with it. And you can do it on top of one of your workouts if you have an extra 10 minutes. And I recommend you do it because strong core equals strong girl. And then there's also this. This is plyo. It's just like another little bonus DVD workout that they give you. Plyo isn't necessarily my thing. It involves a lot of jumping. But if you're into that, I would definitely give it a shot, and you can do it in lieu of a different workout, like probably cardio, because this is super high intense cardio. But it's, you know, it's cool. Okay, and then what's super important that we need to address is this book. And when you get it, you know, take a minute. It's like long. It's like, what is it? It's 84 pages. So, you know, allow yourself, you know, a good 15 minutes to just kind of nerd out on it. I'm going to take you through the crucial basics of it. One being page 4. This is where you're going to figure out your body's specific caloric baseline. So we're not going to count calories on this program. I don't count calories. I don't recommend counting calories. I think it's nonsense and a total waste of time. But with that, you are going to figure out, you know, all of us are coming from just a different place of, you know, our goals. So if you are doing this because you are really looking to get some control over weight loss, then you need to figure out your caloric baseline, and then, you know, figure out what you need to be eating so that you're eating on a caloric deficit. And there's directions, you just follow it. And then on page 14, I think, I lied, page 19, whatever your caloric deficit is, there is a chart. It's going to tell you how many of each of these containers you get to eat a day. So, you know, if you get to eat between 1,500 and 1,800 calories, you get 4 servings of vegetables, 3 servings of fruit, 4 servings of protein, etc. Now, you do not have to eat on a caloric deficit to do this detox. That's totally not the point. So if that's the case, you're still going to figure out your caloric baseline, and then you're going to refer to page 76 at the back of the book and figure out how many containers you need to be eating to maintain your weight, and why this is a non-negotiable and you are still going to eat according to these containers is because whether you can have 1,500 calories a day or 2,500 calories a day, you still need to be eating a well-rounded diet of macronutrients. You can be vegan, vegetarian, paleo. You can be any number of styles of eating that you think is right for your body and do this. But you are going to be eating all of your containers as a non-negotiable. So with that, does that make sense? That's something that I try to like really stress to people in this, from just like a detox level, is like, look, like we are working to build our immune system back up and to bring the body back into a state of balance. So like, if you can still eat 1,500 calories, that doesn't mean that you get to eat 1,500 calories worth of like bread and hummus. Like, you have to eat a vegetable. You have to eat like a real form of like solid protein. You have to eat fruit. Like, hello, it's like nature's present to you. And yeah, like fruit has glucose and sugars in it, but it would be really hard to detox or to overdose your liver on fruit. Like, that just, no, that's not happening. Eat your fruit. Like, it's springtime. Seasonal vegetables or fruits right now are delicious, the best that they are all year, in my opinion. Like, bring on the berries. So yeah, these are your containers, and when you get them, they look horrifyingly small. Like, I was like, oh my god, bitch, I'm gonna starve to death. Like, what are you doing? Look, like, it might seem a little intense at first, but just allow, like, especially the first week, just go into this with the mindset of like, this is what I'm doing. This is a process of experimentation, and like, you're gonna learn so much about your body. Like, oh my god, like, because even if you're eating really healthy food, or what you consider to be really healthy food, when you are just like eating huge servings, especially at one time, like let's say you're this type of person that's like, I intermittent fast from like, 10 p.m. till 1 the next afternoon or whatever, like the crazy thing is or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, if you're sitting down and eating like, 2,000 calories in one serving, even if it's healthy, like that is super, super hard on your intestines. Sorry, my screensaver keeps going off. Should probably fix that. Anyway, so, my whole point is that this is teaching you portion distortion and how to put enough food into your body at once that is manageable, that it can break down. Your energy levels are going to even out. And you're also going to figure out, what foods your unique body needs at different times. Like, through this process, I really learned I don't like to go to bed on an empty tummy. So it's not a smart idea for me to save like my yellow containers and my fruits until, 7 at night. Because come 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to feel like I'm really hungry again. It's better for me to eat all my carbohydrates and all that early in the morning, or like oatmeals, bananas, rice, all of that stuff during the day. And then from 4 p.m. on, like, bring on the fat, bring on the protein. Like, girl needs to go to bed feeling like solid. So, but you might be different, and that's okay, and this is how you learn. But as your health coach, I am holding you accountable to eating according to this container system, whether it's a caloric deficit or eating to maintain your weight. You're eating all of these different colored containers every single day, okay? So with that, in this book here, you're going to find a list of the container and then everything that you can put inside the container, okay? So there's one for everyone. Green is veggies. And one thing that's really great about this book is they put it sort of all the things that have a higher nutritional content at the top of the list and all the things that are a little bit lower nutritional content at the bottom. This does not mean that, like, you can't have sprouts. Sprouts are great. They're alive. Yay. But just so you know, spinach is a more nutritional choice. So it's all there for you. What else? One thing to just kind of look over a little bit more carefully is the orange container. Like, that's, where your seeds and your dressings compared to the blue, because it's also fat, but it's healthy fat. So blues are like avocado, almonds, cashews, hummus, coconut milk, feta cheese. It goes on and on. And then there's also some recipes. So look over those if you need a little inspiration for creativity. And I guess the only other thing that I'm really going to speak to in the book right now is restaurant food and eating out. Because that's a reality, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of the times we get really gung-ho and being like, yes, like, I'm really going to take control of my nutrition and, like, start feeding my body better or whatever. But then the next thing you know, your band is, like, hanging out, like, at the show trying to unload, waiting, and you're starving to death, and the only thing that's nearby is a fucking gas station or something. The next thing you know, you're eating a Pop-Tart, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it's over. So, with that, you need to just kind of, and this is something I'm going to coach you through and speak to a lot. Your focus is going to be on this a lot. So when it comes to eating out, there's a little section in the book about it, so look that over. But mostly just it's all about planning ahead. So if you know that, like, your man is going to be taking you out for Italian or whatever that night, be like, all right, I'm definitely going to order lasagna. So that means that I'm saving all of my carbohydrates for the end of the day. Okay, so then you'll have a better idea of how to eat during the day before you go out. So it's a real practice of mindfulness. Tomorrow I think I'm going to talk about just, like, setting yourself up and, like, cleaning your house out of any potential triggers, like cookies, cakes, anything that is left in there that you're going to need to get out before we actually, like, hit the ground running next Monday on this detox. But I will definitely coach you all through food prep, and I will go into my kitchen and show you what I do and how I do it. And you're going to have to figure out what works for you, but through the support of each other and sharing ideas and what works and what doesn't, like, you're going to figure this out and you're going to kick ass at it. Like, don't stress it. Yeah, like I said, it just feels like a lot right now, especially in prep week. Like, it's so much just information as to how this group is run and the kit and working out and food and all personal development and all this stuff. Like, just one thing at a time. And we'll all figure it out together. Personal development, I actually don't think I've spoken to that yet. And that's a massive component in this program. I'll get into that, though. There'll definitely be a post on that. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that for now because I've already had you here for 15 minutes. Basically, when you get the kit, look it over, read the book, check out those containers. The only other thing I want to say, and obviously I'm going to write everything in this, so just read it and watch the video and all that stuff. But plate your food. I can't express it enough. Like, when you get the containers, you don't have to eat out of the containers. Use the containers like almost as spoons to plate your food. You need to start figuring out what a portion size actually looks like. So that way when you are out at a restaurant and they bring you a plate of fucking hash browns, you're like, oh my god, it's 4 days worth of yellow containers. Like, I absolutely do not want to do that to my body. And, you're going to learn how to be more mindful and eat in a way that your body can actually handle. I also just want you to know that, especially like going through this process and learning, or like if you're struggling to lose weight or something like that, I really want you to know, like, that is not your fault. Our society is insane, totally fucking crazy, and I will speak to that a lot. I'm like really, really passionate about it and educating people on how to take better care of themselves because of it. So you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to be able to come out of this way more capable of taking care of yourself and your body in a society that has set us up for diabetes and heart disease and obesity, and it's affecting our children and future generations greatly. So being an active participant and being like, no, I'm going to clean up my act, and this is not good enough for me, and it's not good enough for my kids, is awesome. What you're doing is awesome, and I hope you feel really, really stoked and really passionate about it, because the industry isn't going to change. We have to. If we keep buying, Kraft and Hershey's and all this crap, like, they're going to keep feeding it to us. They're going to keep advertising it. They're going to keep selling it to us through cartoons and images to our children. Like, my God. Anyway, that's another post. Here I am. I'm about to go on a riff. I'm not going to riff about that right now. I hope this was helpful. Read the book. Get stoked to work out. I know it seems like, ooh, but like, trust me, like, you're gonna be like, fuck, like, you're gonna get so strong. Like, it's so worth it. All right. We'll check in tomorrow. Get on the feed, leave the comments. We'll see what's up. All right. Bye.